Welcome to this week's edition of Tech Tips. This week I'll be talking about how to tag our framing members and why this is actually useful. So the first reason it's useful is if you see on my screen I've already gone ahead and tagged my panel. And just a quick visual, I see here this is E1 and this is E2. So right away I know that my panel is running in this direction. So that could be a useful visual tool. But more importantly, I think it's quite useful if ever you're creating like complicated templates where you have maybe curtain walls or something and you need to make changes to some of those members through extra studs. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I come in here, let me just grab one of these members here. Let's go into the panel's properties. Swing this over, and of course if you had two screens it'll be a little bit easier. Go into the miscellaneous tab, into extra studs, and what I'm talking about actually is here. So every single member that is part of this panel is going to be here in this little dialog box here. So typically if you needed to make changes to more than one of these members in this panel, you'd have to write them down. So, because once you're here, I can't go back and see, oh, which one is this one? Which one is this one? So as you see here, I have a visual of all the names of those panels. So I can see right away which one it is that's there, and then I can go ahead and choose them accordingly. So here I have this S7, so I can, either double it up if I need to, or do the changes that I need to for my template. So it's practical in the sense that you don't have to write them down, or if you get to write them down, if you forget to write them down, you don't have to, come out of this command, see what it is, and then come back and make the changes. So I think it's pretty practical in that sense, and of course, everything that you saw there in that extra studs is here. It's the BIMSF label that you see there. So that's what I've gone ahead and done. So to get the BIMSF label, basically, if you go here, in the annotation, I've downloaded those structural framing and structural column tags. Let's see, where are they? Here they are. So I have a structural, I named it vertical because I want it to come vertical this way, and the framing is, what everything that is horizontal. So let me just actually come in here, say edit. So there it is. That's the one that I put in vertically. So basically it's a, come in here, no, sorry, not here, rather. Here it is a structural column tag, and then to get that label, so you won't have it here to start, so just say new parameter, select, and that parameter is part of the MWF shared parameter file, so it would be here. Where is it? BIMSF label. There it is. You would just select that, say OK. Then it's there, and just swing it over here. And then once you have that parameter being pulled from the member, just load it into your project. And then you just go ahead and tag everything. So let me just show you how I got there. Visible in view, I'll just delete that for now. Take this. Visible in view, delete. So to quickly just tag everything at once, if you're in a 3D view, what's important to know is that you absolutely have to to lock that view in order for it to get tagged. But if you're in a section view, that's not necessary. You can go ahead and tag them. So you'll have to come in here into the Annotate tab. Easiest way is to do tag all. And then all the tags that are loaded into your project will be available for you here. So let's go ahead and click structural column and framing. And then of course if you had more than one, you would just come in here and come into this drop down menu and select the appropriate one. And then just say OK, and boom, everything gets tagged in one full swoop. So there you go. I think it's a pretty practical way to make changes to your members if you need to in a template for your project. Everything is there, so when you go into that extra studs, you can see which one it is that you need to change. Thank you, and we'll see you next time on Tech Tips.